Hi Virgo, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm doing a surprise live because I have to go to work to my other job, and I just wanted to get it out there, and I just like connecting live, I just do. So anyway, I like to do the odd one live, and here I am, New Year's Eve, to bring you your January tarot reading. So I have them all dealt out already. And I also have a card here from the Sacred Rebels Oracle, which I love this deck. It just really, the energy just knows. So anyway, in your recent past, you have the Five of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. Um, you know, you could have had words with someone. This could have been at work, or it could have been at a meeting, or some sort of small, um, it could have been at school, at class, somewhere where you're trying to, could be trying to learn how to communicate better. But the thing is, you could have had words with an air sign. Doesn't have to be air, but it could have been a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. And you could have put them in their place, or they could have put you in yours. One person really kind of came down on the other a little bit too heavy, a little heavy, and and kind of cut right to the bone. And it could have been to do with your skills, how you do things, your experience, perhaps. Maybe it's about how much time or energy you're putting in something. They don't agree with. I'm getting a feeling of your skills or your experience. You know what I mean? It seems like you've come across some sort of barrier, like some sort of hurdle you got to get by. It's a challenge. It seems unpassable. It seems really difficult. But if you look at the shore, it's like home is waiting for you. You just got to get around this breakwater, and there's the shore. Everyone's waiting for you to get home. They're expecting you. There's a warm welcome. Um, maybe you're not feeling a really warm welcome, though. Maybe you're not feeling that welcome has been withheld, that um the I feel like the recognition of your skills or your time, your effort is being withheld. You're not getting the recognition you deserve, perhaps, or not getting the time, someone's time, their energy. Maybe at a time when you're facing difficulties and you really need their help. You might need their financial help. You might just need a loan or some help that way, perhaps. In the present, this is a really powerful line. I'm going to say the first 2 weeks of January, which is now, is going to be a very, very powerful time, and very much an awakening time for you. Here we begin with the Magician, and this talks about how capable you are. You have all the tools, and you know everything need to know at this point, regardless of what someone else thinks your qualifications are or your experience. And you know why they're saying that? To put a barrier in front of you, because they're jealous of your gifts, your abilities, your skills, your talents. They want to slow you down because they want to still be the top dog, or shine right now. They don't want you shining brighter than them, kind of thing. But you are the magician. You're talented. You have skills. You could be very handy. You could be, just good at everything you try. Anyway, right now in January, you are going to be the magician. You are also going to be able to handle things with compassion, with gentleness instead of strength, instead of strong arming and pushing your way in. And you are going to be able to relax and handle things with calmness and gentleness. It's the gentle approach. And because you're trying to bring balance to a situation, it's kind of cool that the temperance is underneath the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is probably what you're trying to bring, some sort of stability to the situation, balance. You might be trying to bring peace, get people to slow down, be a bit more patient, tranquility. I know it sounds all tra la la, but honest to God, I think that because I think that you could be facing a lot of opposition with what you're trying to do, with what you're trying to say, perhaps, and you're not getting much help, much support, perhaps, But I think you're going to move forward, or you may change your approach and have like this gentle approach. You realize you can get more with sugar than you can with vinegar, right? And so I think this is what you're going to do. Anyway, then you have the Star, and Star is one of the wish cards. You're manifesting something to happen that you wished could happen. This was what you were hoping for, and it's almost unbelievable. You can't even believe it's coming true because you didn't get any signs to tell you that it would before. You got a lot of opposition, and so you were thinking, you were having faith even though you weren't getting the signs to say, this is going to work out. Don't you worry, this is going to work out. The Hierophant tells me that for one thing, this is higher learning. Sometimes the Hierophant, it's about going to school and college and building up your skills. But I think this has really taught you something in the school of life. Okay. It taught you doesn't matter what people are saying. Okay. And just because, they're telling you, oh, no one's going to like that, what you're doing, doesn't mean that's the truth. Doesn't mean no one's going to like it. That's one person's perspective. One. So you're really learning something here. It taught you a lot, a valuable lesson that you're going to take with you. And I think one of the big lessons you're going to take with you is you're not going to base everything, all your moves, on what others are saying or how they're valuing it, perhaps, This is evolved you in some way, evolved you to and I also feel like peaceful resolution. In the last 2 weeks of January, in the outcome, you have the Chariot, the Four of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot is very swift, fast energy. I feel like there's from this situation back here, where you could have gotten bullied or beaten down somehow, and it's like, how dare you, kind of thing. And I feel like there could have been intimidations because of your talent, skills, knowledge, and I think that this is what you're going to realize in the Chariot. Like I said, I don't think you're going to let others' opinions or words, you're going to never going to let them devalue your efforts again, or derail your efforts. All right. Because this is a shadow side, right? And where we're listening to the bad message. Oh, you can't do that. No one will have faith in you. That devil on our shoulder, and then we have an angel over on this one saying, "Go for it. You can do it. Why not try? You can't win if you don't play." That sort of messages. And so I think a lot of these were coming from other people, or you were letting the fears and worries and concerns of other people steer your Chariot, steer your direction. But I don't think you are anymore. You've learned now. You've learned now that what they say and think doesn't necessarily drive drive a situation. You know what I mean? This makes you feel very victorious. This is a hard-won victory. This was a hard lesson to learn for you. You might have had to go through some hurts, some knocks, to learn this. And now that you know what you know, basically, you are having a look at your plan. You're having a look at what you know. You and you want to devise a new plan. You're saying, okay, so this is what I got. This is where I am. What can I do with it? What could I do with what I got, where I am, and where I want to go, kind of thing. This could involve documents. It could involve research, communication, talking to people, finding out things, getting the info, okay? Do not let your doubts and fears get to you. You just learned this hard lesson. It's when we are first learning something, we can have aftershocks, tremors, where we're tested again right away when we've really made a decision to get away from this type of energy. We could be tested right away again, okay? And this is where it's all in your mind, though. It's not actually real. You can change. You don't need to be a puppet. You don't need to dance for the master. You don't need to be somebody else's idea of something. Okay? That's what this is. You want release from this. Okay? I think it's causing you a lot of barriers to, what I think sometimes it causes incompletion. You have a hard time completing things because you let this ghost get in your head, this devil, and because completion would be success and validation for you, right? And the devil keeps you from that, because then you would realize your value, and you have a ton of value. You have the Magician, you have Strength, you have Temperance, you have the Star, and you have the Hierophant as your core going through you. Like, that's a lot of value. Okay. So you just can't let that devil get in your head. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles. And this is Seven of Pentacles is we've put time and energy into something, and now we're waiting to get the value out of that. You've planted your seed, and now you're waiting for the sprout to come up and start bearing fruit, and you can start eating it, And so you might be asking for your investment out of something. You might be asking for your part of it out, because I have the feeling that someone or there's someone withholding. For one thing, they're withholding telling you how valuable you are, but they could actually be withholding money. Okay, and you might be asking for your part, so that you can go on your way or manifest what you want. Because when we plant that seed, you're taking some of your investment and reinvesting it here, okay, wisely. Someone might be wanting to borrow from you to invest. I'm not sure. But, you want to be the Hierophant. You want to be wise. You may want to get counsel, before you give an answer. And you don't have to give an answer right away on things. You can think about it a little bit. Well, you're Virgo. You like to take your time. Your Sacred Rebels card that you got is Spirals of Manifestation. And this is very much magician energy, and sun energy and making things happen. Also, Seven of Pentacles energy, planting that seed, watering that plant, knowing that I'm going to make something grow and I'm going to be able to eat it, use it, something, So let me see here. Here it is. Okay. Sometimes when we feel the furthest away from what we want, we are actually closer than ever before. Just one turn on the spiral loop of creation can see your manifestation taking root in the world. You must hold true to your faith and keep working on your progress. Forget about believing it when you are seeing it. Any old soul or young soul can do that. You are bigger, braver, a more ancient soul. You have enough chutzpah to believe it so that you can see it sooner, bigger, and brighter. Do not give in to those who tell you it should have happened already or that you have failed. Isn't it funny? I told you how these cards connect with the reading. They are just suffering from a lack of patience and understanding, as well as an arrogant assumption that their notion of timing is somehow superior to the greater divine timing at play in life. Be in goodwill with yourself and the universe. All is unfolding perfectly, whether you feel it right now or not. This oracle brings a message to you about perfect synchronicities that are taking place in your life. You may have started to notice these already. When we live from the heart, honor our creative center, and choose unlikely but lovingly rebellious ways to be in the world, we will begin to notice synchronicity everywhere. It is as though the universe is speaking to us intimately on all matters, which of course it is. This oracle reminds you that there's no point rushing to the bus stop. If you are way too early, or you're just wasting your time. Better to live your life at a more appropriate pace and get there at the right time. You don't need the anxiety that comes from rushing towards your destiny. Try not to worry quite so much. Where is it? Try not to worry quite so much. You will attract what you want and need so much more enjoyably if you relax and deal with the here and now. Remember, too, that your life path is unfolding in harmony with the path of others. You will meet with each other for the greatest benefit when you trust in the flow of the one great spirit creative spiral upon the galaxy spins. Everything is ultimately in harmony with everything else to fulfill the great big creative intent. You are included in that. Lucky. So that is so nice. I really like that. I love how these cards always just pull what we were talking about. Feeling stuck. People that say, no, that's not on time or not good enough because they're jealous, of your creativity, your ability to make things happen, all your skills, your strength and compassion. about yeah. So, you're just starting to believe in it yourself, and it's taken a while. And don't worry, we're all like this. Every single one of us do this, get in our own heads, doubt ourselves, are afraid of failing. And, you're not alone. You're not the only one. We all do it. Okay. So, maybe you could work on a few attacks at your psyche when it says, oh, it's not going to work. You could have an answer already this, oh, you bet your ass it is. Oh, yes, it is. I'm going to work that thing. I'm going to work it like it's never been worked before. Yeah. You're going to have great answers to that devil over here on the shoulder. When in doubt, prepare some ahead of time, a couple of affirmations to say to yourself when you're doubting yourself, because it's all happening in perfect timing for you. Anyway, Virgo, I really hope you've liked this reading. I really hope it resonates or makes sense in your life somehow. I want you to really look forward to this year coming, the year of the tiger. The tiger is all about pouncing when the opportunity arises, being ready, watching, being aware, and the tiger has a lot of respect for itself. So you need to as well. Anyway, have a wonderful New Year's Eve tonight. I hope it's a great year coming. Don't get too crazy out there tonight. And I will talk to you next year. All right. Loving your bunches. Bye now.